this is the first time I know the word. I mean the word millennial,
Yeah,
and
we are.
not change. It's very
For
common now.
example, I am millennial. Why? Because I was born between 1981 and 1996. So
Wow,
1981,
me too. So me too.
yeah, of
I'm
course,
millennial too.
1996. So this our generation, okay, is called millennial. Okay, so we are,
Millennial.
okay.
Before,
Well,
people often call me Gen
Gen
X.
Y.
Gen X. No, not Y.
No, we
Y
are.
from
No, we are Y. So we are
Y.
Y. Y.
Really?
Why?
Really?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
why?
I think
Okay.
Y is better
Yeah,
than
XY. Okay. So
younger
because
is
let me see.
better.
No, Gen X is actually between 1965 to 1980.
Oh,
1965
really?
to
Y
1980. This is Gen X.
Gen.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah,
So
it's
you
true.
are Gen
Because I
Y.
checked on way before Y, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I got
good.
it. So
So
my husband belonged to Gen X.
yeah. Okay. And of course, we have Gen Z, 1997 to 2012. Gen Z,
2012.
of course.
Wow.
Is yeah, of course,
Yes.
that is
I see.
generation born between 1997 and 2012. 1997 and
Like,
2012.
91.
Gen Z. And we
Yes.
have another one that is Alpha. So Gen Alpha, it's two
Alpha.
generation,
Yes.
of course, 2013 and 2020. So
2013 and
2013 to 20, yeah,
2020.
20, like,
Gen Alpha. Yeah. Wow.
yeah,
Now I think that Gen Z is very common. People
Gen
talk
Z,
a lot.
of
Gen Z.
course, because they are so
Yeah.
different. And now I want to talk about actually the differences, main, differences when Gen, oh, what is going on? Between Gen Z and, of course, our generation, that is millennials. So what do you think about it?
Millennial. Yes. Very, very different teacher.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
So different because for example, in my gen when I was young, I didn't I didn't have enough milk to drink
yeah.
every day like now. Yes, and but now milk. I think that milk is common now for children, and so that's why they are very tall. They very tall,
Yeah.
and why we our generation the physical is smaller
Yeah.
and short.
Teacher, yes.
Yes, that is
Of course.
very
Yes, of
different,
course.
right? About appearance, physical health. I think
Yeah.
that's totally different.
Yeah.
And and for our generation, I think that at that time when I was young, uh, I I were not allowed to learn what I want.
Yeah.
It means that what I like to learn, but my parent, my mother asked me to learn what I need to learn to make sure
Oh,
that in the future I can have a good job.
yeah.
Yeah, and I just learn as my mother asked, and I didn't have any idea, or idea,
Ah,
myself idea. I didn't have a yeah, I
yeah.
didn't, and people said that my mother taught me that children need to obey adult, and I
Oh,
follow. I obey her,
oh,
totally obey
yeah, of
her.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
So different.
and
Yeah.
my friend were the same. They didn't argue with parent. And in my generation, teacher in the class, on we are taught to be respect everyone, the
Exactly.
adult, without any question, without any respect. We need to. It means
No
that children need to
complaint. Of
respect
course, no
adult.
complaint.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, no
Of
complaint.
course, no.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, no
yeah,
complaint. Yeah, teacher is right. Yeah.
yeah,
I know. So
yes,
yeah, somehow you're right. Of course, especially when it comes to maybe some main thing, like maybe diet was different. Of course, I think again, it depends. So in different factors. But I think I definitely agree with you. Maybe back then, we can say that we didn't have even dairy products, maybe, okay, as you said, but now everything is like, is really easy and accessible for kids. So easily. So because of this, they're taller, they're healthier. And let me ask you, let's compare uh
yeah.
when it comes to intelligence. Okay, which one is
Intelligent.
smarter? Intelligence.
Wow. I think that for intelligent, I think that intelligent means natural brain, right? Or we need to learn intelligent, more knowledge. Of course, now children, they they are educated better than us when we was young, and now information everywhere. So so children, they have they catch they catch information. It means that they understand society
Yeah.
better than us before, and they have a very good knowledge now.
Yes.
So in terms of social knowledge,
Social.
behavior, better behavior than us before. But intelligent, I think intelligent something like natural brain. So it's not. So I think it. But children these days lack of patience and lack of hard working. So and they don't. That's either, I think that a very a big mistake for them, because now they because life, there are many difficulty in life, in our life, and we need to patient, we need to be patient, we need to work hard to overcome obstacle in our life.
Yeah.
And now Gen Z, I think that they lack that
Yes.
that thing,
Yes.
but we have, because our life, I think that because our life, for example, we need to write many things. When we learn, we write in teacher asks us to write down in the book, and we need to write every day. So we can write, we can use a lot of notebook. But now it's difficult for children to write one book. They just I think that
Yeah.
uh, um, during school year, they just use only one or two notebook,
Yeah.
and it's
They
difficult
don't
to
need
ask them to
it.
concentrate, yeah, to write some pages. Yes,
Yeah.
difficult. So I
Yeah.
think that that is the matter of Gen Z
Gen Z.
nowadays. Yeah, they just want to do to do work with with I am easy to do, with easy thing to do, and they lack of patience, they lack of determination, and they just like something very quick,
Yeah.
instant,
Yeah, of
and
course.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
as you
but
said. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes, yes.
they are well educated than us. their English skill, their soft skill are better than us before.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, very good. As you said, and I do agree with you, you feel like that there are two sides to intelligence. So there are uh
Yeah,
two sides to intelligence.
two sides to
Yeah,
intelligence.
two sides to intelligence.
Sides.
And I, yeah, of course. And I do agree with you. It's like as you said, yes, it's something natural. That yeah, it depends on you and for example, maybe your family, but uh, everything these days is like, related to technology. In the past, we can say our generation, I think we were dependent.
Mm,
Now they are completely
yeah,
independent. So they easily decide, make decision, and they take action. But intelligence is something natural and having a smart brain, as you said. On the other hand, it comes from learning. So we have two sides of it. Here, as you said, yes, they are educated much better than we were. Much
yeah, much
better
better.
than we
We
were, and I do agree with you. And information is everywhere, like, and they can access easily wherever,
yeah,
whenever they want. And of course, it helps them understand society better, and develop their social knowledge, social skills,
yeah,
develop their
yeah, mhm, yeah. Social skill,
social
develop their social
knowledge
knowledge.
and skills, and as you said, behaviors. I definitely agree with you. But unfortunately, often they lack patience.
Unfortunately, they lack patience.
Actually, because they are living in a fast-paced era. Just
Yeah,
technology so
yeah,
fast. So maybe it
that's right.
makes
Yeah,
them, yeah.
that's
And
mm,
maybe the big problem that, of course, life is full of challenges and we need to be patient. We need to hard work to overcome obstacles, overcome obstacles, that is problems. And but in
yeah,
our generation, we had to work harder in school. As you said, we wrote in our notebooks, but now they don't need to do. So because of this, when it comes to some skills like writing skills, unfortunately, we have problem, challenges with students. Like, they can't. And unfortunately, we have AI. That is, another problem. Yeah, we know how to use it. But unfortunately, so when I say, okay, guys, just write an essay, essays are perfect. Every essay is written by AI. Copy, paste. And I'm like, okay, why you did even just you read? They can't even read because they don't practice. And I say, okay, if you want to
yeah,
copy, just read it to know what you are talking about. But yes,
yeah,
I think yeah, this is a big problem, and maybe we need to deal with maybe later. It will be bigger in future. So the first word is millennial that we talked about just now. Okay. The next one is pioneer.
yeah.
So what is this?
Yeah.
Someone who is the first to
The
explore.
first
It
one.
can be, yeah, yeah, innovator. It can be groundbreaker. So some people are pioneers in different fields. For example, we are first, of course, people who use technology, digital age. So we are the first generation, I think. And of course, they witnessed the introduction and rise of social media. Yes, so we
Social media.
we are considered as pioneer, like, yeah,
Yes,
because we were the
yes.
first people. We can say that we are, yes, pathfinder. We found the path. Yeah, it can be. And
Yeah.
yes, tell me the first time that you used social media. When was the first time that you used social?
I still remember. The first time I think that when I that time I I uh, um, I had just graduated from university, and my mother and I used my first salary month to buy a cell phone. That's in
Oh.
my dream for a long time. But when I was a student, I didn't have enough money to buy, so I used my first salary month to buy a cell phone. That is my big dream, and I need to wait for a long time. So that is the first when I had that cell phone. I text with my boyfriend. Very
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, of course.
Very interesting.
Yeah, of course. So
Overnight,
yeah, of course.
up
I
to very
remember.
late, up to late. Yeah,
Yeah, of course. It's like I remember that time. So I remember that.
yeah,
Yeah, of course, I have the same method. I think children shouldn't have phones just until a specific age. So, for
yeah.
example, yeah, it's about my daughter, the same for my daughter and me too. I remember my mom didn't let me have. So, and I was, yeah, and it was just, it's about to finish my high school. I remember that my mom let me. And I actually, she bought me my first phone. I was so awful model, so old one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but yes, and of course I
That,
use it, yeah, to text my
that
boyfriends. Yeah, of
that
course.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's no, at that time we didn't use a smartphone like now.
Yeah, of
It's just
course. Yeah, normal
yeah,
phone. I
Nokia.
remember. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course. Yeah,
Nokia.
I
Just
remember.
send message. Oh, yeah, call and send message
Yeah, of course. Just,
to
So
function.
yeah, of course. Yeah, functional, really functional. But I can say that technology was totally different. Was totally different, but we used it in better way, I think. Now, I can say that everything smart, everything like really advanced, sophisticated, but unfortunately, I don't agree that people, especially kids, should have social media accounts at early ages, like I don't know, really young ages, like 7, 8. What is this? So why my daughter should have a social media account at this age? It doesn't make sense. Unfortunately, there are some negative sides, but we can't control. Yeah, there is no
Yes,
way.
but you mean that as age of 7?
Yeah, some
Um,
people, yeah, some
that is
students,
very. She is too young to use,
of
because
course,
I know that for that age.
of course.
Um, yeah, so I
Definitely
think
shouldn't. But in my country,
not yet
some, yeah,
teenager, right?
yeah. But
Still like a baby.
of course, so young.
Yeah,
It's too young to use social media
yes,
or phone. But
yeah,
unfortunately, we have this. I can say that, for example, my friends, so kids easily, so, okay, mom thinks that it's so good to have a phone. Okay, what does it mean? What is this? Why? Why this kid should use phone now? So unfortunately, and there is no control, and sometimes we hear some just terrible news
yes,
about
that's right, teacher.
teenagers, of course, especially about teenagers. I think it's awful that, parents have no control on their kid. Just, because they want to have time for themselves, let them do what they want, and it's not really fair, I think. It's not really fair. Yeah, but
Perfect. But
yeah, so
I don't, me too. I don't agree that give smartphone to give social account for kids
definitely I
when
won't.
when they are very young age,
Yes, and I
and
won't do
yeah,
this
their
until,
knowledge is still very limited,
yeah.
and I think that they cannot bear when they read a very
Mm.
negative information, negative news in
Yeah.
social media.
And as you remember, we had, so like, there is no, we can't control what they see, what they watch on social media, what they search, okay? It's like they just open and they see lots of meaningless contents, inappropriate. So
Yeah.
if I can control every minute,
And
no, I can't. So it's better not to. I am definitely against. I'm against phones and smartphones for kids, and I won't let my
yeah.
daughter have. Definitely
Mm.
won't until she actually reaches an age that she can actually understand, distinguish the difference between bad and good. Then she can have it. But for now, it's too early. So this is a drawback, I
Yeah.
think, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Uh,
Totally agree.
yes.
Yeah.
And conflicting viewpoints are just one of the many drawbacks when people from different generation. So do you
So,
have any, because of course, we are from different generation with our kids. Do you have any conflict with your kids?
conflicts now many teacher. That's the problem of myself currently because for example, like you have just shared about smartphone. I I I think that that I understand that no, well, it's not good for children, for teenager to use smartphone because they cannot control the time and the purpose to use smartphone, and they often forget everything when they use smartphone, and even when they have a dinner or breakfast with family, they just stay there, stay eat and still while they still
Keep
watch
themselves to
news.
themselves,
Yeah,
isolated, of
yeah,
course.
yeah. So they see it seems that they keep away from contacting with other member in
Yes.
family.
Yes,
And
definitely.
another thing is that um, they use a lot of time. They waste a lot of time for um, social news, and most of the news are not good, not benefit for their knowledge. Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
and instead of spending a lot of time for, to watch new yeah, via smartphone, they should use their time for studying, doing homework, or try to write a good essay, or improve their math skill, for example. So I think that is much better, and it's much better if they read book,
Yeah,
especially book about adventure, about
yeah,
famous people. Yeah, so it's much better for them. But unfortunately, Gen Z, Gen Alpha now, then my eldest son is Gen Z, and my youngest son is Gen Alpha.
yes.
Alpha. And
Alpha.
they yes, so I think so that's either now for that's either I like your case. I am against us
Yes.
of using smartphone for
Yeah.
from teenager now.
Of course,
Yes.
from very early age. Yeah, I do agree with you. So as you said, they become isolated. They avoid contact with family members. Like just, they want to sit and, they're in their rooms and just, stay in their own world. They
Yeah,
build a
they
world,
say
create a
their
world,
own
and they
word.
want to stay in their own world, that world that is completely isolated. And it's not really good. Well,
Yeah.
actually, we have a lot to talk about this topic because it's really good topic. The next time we will keep going. I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
Yes,
next time we will talk
apply.
about it, of course, and
Yeah.
we will have a good video to watch together. So the next
Yeah.
session we will keep going. And thank you. Thank you. It was really
Yeah. Thank
time
you.
with you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you
a
for your
great
lesson. See you.
You're
Yes.
welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
And see
Yes.
you.
Goodbye. See you
Goodbye.
this or
Goodbye.
today. Goodbye,
Of
teacher.
course. Of course.
Yeah.
Goodbye. See you.
Bye, teacher.